Hey guys, Dr. Josh Axe here. Welcome to Ancient Medicine. Today I'm going to be talking about natural breast cancer fighting tips. And this is a topic that's near and dear to my heart. And I'm going to go through on today's episode the best essential oils, the best vitamins, supplements, and natural remedies when it comes to fighting breast cancer. But the reason why this is near and dear to my heart is my own mom struggled and fought breast cancer. And I remember when I was a kid, my mom going through chemotherapy when she was diagnosed because our family lived in what I call the medical model. And when my mom went through chemo, I still remember this day, her hair falling out. I remember looking like she had aged 20 years and 2 weeks and just saying to myself, I never want to see anyone have to go through that again. And praise God, she was brought through it as being cancer-free and healthy. Eventually, though, her cancer came back. The second time, she decided to go through all natural treatments. She started using essential oils, using probiotic-rich foods, practicing prayer and meditation, and doing lots of different types of natural treatments. And after doing that for a period of time, she was diagnosed as being cancer-free. And it's been about 10 years, actually over 10 years since then as well. And my mom right now is in the best shape of her life. She's in her mid-60s. Her and my dad retired from Ohio down to Florida. And she's water skiing, running 5Ks, and just doing amazing. And so what I'm going to share with you today are some ways to naturally fight breast cancer. And if you believe that, like I do, that food can be the most powerful medicine to fight cancer, do me a favor right now. Help me spread the message about this live video going on right now. Punch that share button, click that like button. Let's jump in and talk about how to fight cancer naturally. Number one here, avoid added sugars. This is a huge one. So many foods we have today. In fact, not just, processed cereals, crackers, sandwich meats, pasta sauces, condiments. All of these things are loaded with sugar. And so avoiding processed sugars is key to fighting breast cancer. And there's research out there showing that processed sugar actually does feed cancer cells. So get all processed sugar out of the diet. And I would also add to this, getting rid of refined carbohydrates like white bread products, white pastas, but that refined white flour, because it turns into sugar within seconds of being in your body. So that's one of the number one tips that you've got to do. You've got to get the processed sugar out of your diet. When my mom was struggling with cancer, my mom had a real big sweet tooth. She was what I would call a carbaholic, eating carbohydrates all the time. We really changed up her diet to include a lot more healthy fats, antioxidant-rich berries, and a whole lot more that I'll share with you as part of our episode today. Number two tip to fight breast cancer specifically is start using essential oils. Essential oils are nature's most powerful form of plant-based medicine. And some of the best essential oils for fighting breast cancer, and it can include, number one, myrrh essential oil. Now, myrrh actually contains several compounds, one called curcumin, which has actually been shown to fight cancer. So myrrh oil, actually, even in a clinical study, this was an in vitro study, was shown to have more anti-cancer benefits than the second most powerful essential oil, which is frankincense. But myrrh oil, very high on my list for fighting breast cancer. What you'd want to do is take several drops. You want to rub it directly on the breast area and on the neck and lymphatic area as well. Do that 3 times a day topically. Also use it in a diffuser. But myrrh essential oil, the number one oil you can use. Number two, frankincense oil. We know frankincense contains a compound called alpha-pinene, which actually works with the body to naturally reduce stress on the body and also has really powerful anti-inflammatory properties. So myrrh and frankincense, 2 of the top essential oils for fighting breast cancer. Number 3 essential oil for fighting breast cancer is actually going to be sandalwood essential oil. Sandalwood also contains powerful compounds that when topically used could fight breast cancer. And another one of my favorites is turmeric essential oil. Now, a lot of people turmeric is a fast growing star in the essential oil category. Typically today it's used more in the powder form or the root form, which is fantastic as well. Getting some turmeric shots or turmeric juice shots are great. But turmeric contains a compound called curcumin as well as L-tumerone, both of which have anti-cancer benefits according to in vitro studies which have been done there as well. So again, the best essential oils for fighting cancer: frankincense, myrrh, sandalwood, turmeric oil. I would also say ginger and lemon oil, D-limonene, which is found in lemon oil, zinger bean, which is found in ginger. And ginger oil and lemon oil are two oils that are good to do internally, 1 to 2 drops a couple times a day, taken with food, can have great benefits there as well. All right, and by the way, if you are a big believer in the power of essential oils and their potential to fight cancer, hey, help me spread the message right now. Take a minute, punch that share button, click that like button there as well. And you know, I just want to say I appreciate all of you that are sharing this message and on mission with me, because right now, there are millions of people suffering with cancer, and they don't know that there are natural ways to support their body and the healing process. And I want to state this. Not any single one of these things is a cancer cure. So remember I said that. You can't take a single essential oil and see cancer cured. What this is it's putting all of these things together as a program and doing it with conventional medicine or as part of a natural protocol, and using all of these things to support your body in the healing process. So I want to say this, when my mom was battling breast cancer, she just didn't use essential oils and that was the only thing she did. No, my mom, when she beat cancer, she removed all sugar from her diet. She started using essential oils and she followed all of these tips that we're talking about today. All right, number 3 here, avoid plastics and toxins in your household. Did you know that plastics contain different things such as BPAs like bisphenol A and other endocrine disrupting substances that really mess with your body's hormones? You know, a lot of breast cancer, including the type my mom struggled with, was an estrogen-based breast cancer. And so you've got to get rid of the products in your life, the natural, the toxic conventional skincare products that leach into your body and cause hormone disruption. The plastic bottles, all of the food additives, the Teflon pans, all of these chemicals are toxic to the body. So getting rid of those, replacing those with stainless steel containers, glass containers are much better than plastic. So again, stay away from plastics that really affect different organs in the body that can cause toxins to build up within your system. Another big one here, when my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer, we did a lot of vegetable juicing. Now there's a therapy called Gerson therapy where they incorporate a lot of vegetable juicing. Now the traditional Gerson therapy included to where you spend a lot of time, you drink 11 to 13 glasses of vegetable juice a day, and you would also eat juiced beef liver. So again, there was only one meat product total you ate. It was actually beef liver because it's the highest, it's the most nutrient dense organ meat on the planet, had so many benefits, and then juicing vegetables. And that's really what made up the Gerson diet, is beef liver along with lots of veggie juice. And so veggie juice, or following Gerson therapy, that's something my mom did, is doing a little bit, now she would do a little bit of chicken liver, getting those high levels of B vitamins. It was always organic. And then she would juice a lot of vegetables. She did a lot of carrot and beet juice, a lot of celery and cucumber juice. She also juiced a lot of herbs such as ginger and turmeric root, and also a lot of green leafy vegetables such as spinach. And then lemons as well, lemons and limes. And so she would do a vegetable juice every single day. But vegetable juices are really taking care of people that are nutritionally bankrupt. If somebody's very low in antioxidants and phytonutrients and vitamins and minerals, veggie juices give your body a high dose of these incredible healing vegetables and herbs and spices on a regular basis. So again, incorporating vegetable juicing, a powerful way to potentially fight breast cancer. Now, another thing my mom incorporated was the Budwig Protocol, and this is a really probiotic and lipid-rich meal. And one of the things, this was founded by Joanna Budwig. She was a German scientist who was nominated for the Nobel Prize. And she found that a lot of us, our cells, it was like our spark plugs in our body were not firing properly. We had so many bad fats in our diets during the time that we needed to get more healthy fats and more probiotics. So the Budwig Protocol is a sulfur-rich meal that is also high in omega-3s and very high in probiotics. And so she would take a blend of flax oil and something during the time called cork, something like a goat's milk kefir, and mixing those two together, or a cottage cheese. Think about it as a cottage cheese as well, but it was called cork. And so what you could do for this meal, what my mom did is we went out to the country, we bought raw organic goat's milk kefir. She would add in a bunch of flax meal to that and eat that daily. That actually had one of her issues was she wasn't having healthy bowel movements every day, and it really helped transform the health of her digestive tract. Another big thing my mom did for her gut is she started consuming bone broth every single day as well. But doing that bone broth, all the flax with bone broth, as well as doing some of the probiotic-rich foods, another beneficial thing as well. So again, doing a goat's milk kefir is great, or a sauerkraut is fantastic as well, or any of those types of fermented foods that don't have any sugar can be beneficial as well. Another thing that a lot of people don't know about, but this is one of the most cutting-edge treatments when it comes to fighting breast cancer nutritionally, is doing something called proteolytic enzyme therapy. Now, proteolytic enzymes are found in certain foods, especially fruit and herbs. We know that bromelain is found in the core of the pineapple. That is a proteolytic enzyme. Papain found in papaya. Actinidin found in kiwis, phycine found in figs, and zinger bean, which is found in ginger root. And so my mom did loads and loads of ginger and did proteolytic enzymes between meals. She would take these proteolytic enzymes and they helped reduce inflammation throughout the body and really support tissue repair. So again, proteolytic enzymes, another cutting edge therapy here. And by the way, I'd love to ask you, is there something that you know have done research on or that you know can fight breast cancer naturally? Hey, if you know of something, hey, post it right now here on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. I'd love to hear from you some of the natural things that you believe fight cancer naturally. Also, hey, help me spread this message right now. There are millions of people that are suffering with breast cancer and they don't know natural ways to support their body in the healing process. Now, number 7 here isn't a dietary advice. This is advice to help balance out hormones as well as to connect with your maker. I really believe that prayer and meditation can be key to overcoming cancer. You know, one of the things I've found in working with hundreds and hundreds of patients who've been diagnosed with cancer, including my own mom, is typically patients feel overwhelmed. You know, a lot of times if we're talking about breast cancer, it's a mom. You know, a mom in her late 30s or her 40s or 50s and they still have kids at home. They're so busy. And when they get that cancer diagnosis, it's like being a deer in the headlights. It's a lot of times people become paralyzed. They don't know what to do. And let me say this, it is so important during this time as well to spend time reducing stress. You know, for a lot of people, we know, especially estrogen-based cancers, we know when you get stressed, cortisol levels raise. It imbalances estrogen and progesterone levels and testosterone. These things can all lead to and contribute to cancer. And so prayer and meditation reduce stress, boost our hope in healing. And that's one of the biggest things I want to mention. So often, people go into their doctors or women with breast cancer and the doctors give them a death sentence. I think it's the worst thing in the world. I remember going in or where my mom was diagnosed, the doctor said, oh, you have a such and such % chance to live, or this doesn't look good, or we give you this many months. Now, my mom is still here 20 years later after her first diagnosis and doing amazing, having incredible health, but a lot of doctors give their patients a death sentence, and just what that does neurologically, I believe there's some people who are diagnosed with cancer who never even really had it, who died because they believed that they were going to die. And if you believe that with me, can I get an amen right now or a yes, that a lot of doctors do that? They actually take the hope out of patients rather than giving them hope. But I want to encourage you, one of the things my mom did every day is my mom meditated on verses from the Bible, like, by his wounds I am healed, or really focusing on, you know, God has a great hope and future for you, as it says in Jeremiah 29:11. So really focusing and meditating on prayer and meditation, and doing that every day, reading a personal growth book, reading a Bible, focusing and meditating, and doing exercise that reduces stress as well. Things like, you know, any type of exercise is good. Yoga, those types of things can be beneficial as well. But prayer and meditation, key to fighting cancer. The number 8 here is avoiding excess alcohol. Now, a single glass of red wine a week, your liver can easily handle that. But let me say this, one of the big things that is connected with breast cancer specifically is when your liver becomes overloaded. Did you know your liver is one of the chief organs responsible for balancing your hormones and detoxifying excess phytoestrogens. So think about this. If you are drinking out of a plastic bottle and you've used pesticides in your food and you've been exposed to toxins, well, your liver deals with that. But also, if your body has excess estrogen, which can be correlated with breast cancer, your liver deals with literally balancing out or cleansing that excess estrogen or estrogen-based compounds out of your body. Well, if you're consuming too much alcohol and overloading your liver instead they're filtering out alcohol and not able to fully filter out these estrogen-based compounds that are causing cancer or that breast cancer to grow within your body. So again, avoiding alcohol or limiting yourself to a single glass of red wine a week is what you'd want to be doing as well in fighting breast cancer. Now, here are some other big ones. Turmeric and curcumin. There is tons of great clinical research showing that turmeric and its compound, its main active compound, curcumin, have anti-cancer properties. In fact, I would say the number of studies on turmeric is over 1,000 on fighting breast cancer. It's really significant as well. And so I would recommend 1,000 milligrams 3 times a day of turmeric and curcumin. You can take that in a powder form. You can do it as a tea, or it's great to do juiced as well. Turmeric and curcumin, some of the most powerful compounds when it comes to fighting cancer. Also, I'd throw a few other herbs out there as well. Adaptogenic herbs like ashwagandha could be potentially powerful as well. Holy basil is a great herb. Ginger, another great herb there as well with anti-cancer properties. Vitamin D, there are studies showing that getting more vitamin D or having low vitamin D levels makes someone susceptible to breast cancer. And by boosting those levels could help you fight breast cancer. I'd recommend 10,000 IUs of vitamin D every single day, or the best yet, take some time, even if you have to travel extra vacation time, get more direct sunlight. Getting direct sunlight is a great anti-cancer remedy. And last but not least, using medicinal mushrooms such as cordyceps, reishi mushroom, shiitake, maitake, turkey tail. Those are some of the most powerful forms of medicinal mushrooms. Chaga, another great one there as well. These beneficial fungi work to activate and strengthen the immune system, which go and gobble up and actually kill off cancer cells there as well. So I want to encourage you guys, listen, follow these 11 tips. And remember, again, not any one of these single things is a cure. And remember, these can also be used in conjunction with conventional treatment or a natural holistic approach. But I'd encourage you, make sure to share this with other people. There are so many people whose lives could be saved if they learn and follow these information there as well. So take a minute right now, punch that share button, click that like button. Help me spread the word that food is medicine here as well. So remember these tips. Avoid added sugars. Use essential oils such as frankincense, myrrh, and turmeric oil. Avoid plastics. Juice vegetables. Do the Budwig Protocol. Get lots of probiotics and healthy fats on a daily basis. Take proteolytic enzymes or eat foods with those such as pineapples, figs, and kiwi. Practice prayer and meditation. Avoid excess alcohol. Use herbs like turmeric and curcumin. Get your vitamin D daily and use medicinal mushrooms. And here's the best thing yet. I want to mention this. Something I've told my patients for years. Don't wait until you have cancer. Eat and live like you have cancer every single day. By doing these things, you may support your body in naturally fighting cancer in prevention, and prevention is key as well. So again, I want to say thank you to all of you who are on mission with me and helping me spread this word that food is medicine. And we know that food is medicine that can also fight cancer if used as part of a complete lifestyle transformation. So guys, this has been me, Dr. Josh Axe, talking about the 11 tips to fight breast cancer naturally.